対戦するボクサーがいずれもただの当たりなし。一方のストーンも足を振っている。 3.6 キロぐらい食べるってことですけどね。
普通のボクサーはね、背筋を
していったストーン元気。足とにかく
Experience the thrill of combat sports like never before as you see the famous Butterbean Esch perform knockouts with unbelievable power.
Bean caught him with a left hook and dropped him.
Well, it's wild now, folks, and there goes Doug Norris.
2, 3.
Butterbean's opponents have fallen like flies in the face of his towering presence and lightning-fast fists. But what gives this giant of a man his formidable stature?
Friends and family are saying, stop it.
Can you take the pounding of his fists without collapsing? Early career triumphs. Butterbean started as a professional boxer in the Tubman contest circuit before he gained widespread attention in the combat sports community.
In his 4-round bout as he continues to pound the overmatched talent.
The king of the 4-rounders, Butterbean.
Fans and promoters took notice of him right away because of his towering stature, raw strength, and persistent aggression. Butterbean's reputation as a knockout artist was forged in the crucible of the Tubman competitions, where he posted an excellent record that would prove vital to his later success. Butterbean versus Peter McNeeley. Butterbean competed against Peter McNeeley, a veteran of many such matches, in this one. At the sound of the bell, Butterbean's intimidating presence and unbridled strength were immediately apparent. His aggression was premeditated as he quickly closed the distance and unleashed a flurry of blows. McNeeley tried to ride out the storm and launch counterattacks because he is known for his resilience. The ring itself seemed to tremble under Butterbean's powerful strikes. As the fight went on, Butterbean's strikes became more and more devastating. He deftly avoided McNeeley's attacks and then pounced on the few openings he discovered,
Butterbean has become one of boxing's most colorful,
demonstrating the discipline and training that had helped him become so proficient. Butterbean intended for each of his punches to be the knockout blow. Then, at a crucial juncture, Butterbean delivered a right hook that rocked McNeeley's face and cut deep.
Winner by way of technical knockout and still the king of the 4-rounder.
The noise of the crash was deafening, and it caused the spectators to pause in their viewing for a second. The impact was so severe that McNeeley's legs gave out and he fell to the floor, thereby ending the fight. Butterbean's sheer punching power and ability to land fight-ending blows were on full display in his knockout victory.
I take a big step every time I walk. I'm 300 pounds.
It was a brutal exhibition of strength that shocked the combat sports community and cemented Butterbean's status as a formidable opponent. Butterbean versus Larry Holmes. Butterbean faced heavyweight champion Larry Holmes, who had held the championship for more than 7 years, in a bout that put two renowned characters in the sport against each other. With Holmes looking to protect his legacy and Butterbean on the rise,
Butterbean backed up. Watch the left hand.
this bout had all the makings of a generational showdown. Butterbean showed off his unyielding assurance and resolve from the moment the bell sounded. He followed Holmes about the ring like a predator, his huge size a constant presence that made Holmes uneasy. Butterbean, despite his massive frame, was remarkably nimble as he dodged Holmes' blows and patiently awaited his chance to attack.
Tying up Butterbean every time Butterbean gets closer.
Next, Butterbean let loose with a monster's right hand, setting the tone for the rest of the round. His whole body swung behind the punch, powered by years of training
Butterbean has to reload and then fire in there.
in pure might. The punch was dead on, slamming into Holmes' jaw with an impact that could be felt throughout the arena. Despite his reputation as a master of defense,
The redness is a target.
Holmes' body crumbled under the impact of the strike. People in the arena gasped in shock as the great champion collapsed. The result was a knockout that shocked the boxing world and cemented Butterbean's status as a formidable opponent. Butterbean versus Marcus Rhode. That tremendous display of strength and will was anticipated in this bout between Butterbean and the tenacious Marcus Rhode. Rhode, who is notoriously tough and resilient, wanted to see if Butterbean stood up to him in the ring. What happened, though, was a demonstration of Butterbean's unyielding punching power and dogged will to win. Butterbean dominated from the opening bell, applying pressure to Rhode and setting the pace. Rhode, a seasoned counterpuncher, moved quickly and defensively to avoid getting hit by Butterbean. But the huge and unyielding Butterbean surged in, throwing a barrage of powerful hooks and jabs that shook the entire arena.
Fight, as always, for Butterbean is scheduled for 4 rounds.
As the fight progressed, Butterbean's blows became more lethal and more accurately hit their targets. At that crucial juncture, Butterbean let go with a huge right cross that landed square on Rhode's chin. Rhode's body twisted in midair from the force of the contact, and he landed heavily on the canvas.
And it is over.
As Rhode lay unmoving on the mat, there was no question about the outcome of the battle. Butterbean's ability to land devastating strikes resulted in a knockout that ended the bout quickly.
Just authority because you got so much weight there.
The crowd went wild as they saw Butterbean demonstrate the kind of raw punching prowess that has made him one of the sport's most formidable knockout artists. Butterbean versus Joe Siciliano. Determined to prove himself against the boxing giant known as Butterbean,
Especially for Joe Siciliano.
Joe Siciliano went confidently into the ring. Recognized for his toughness and resilience, Siciliano hoped to outlast his difficult opponent.
I believe here is the body shot that knocks him down.
But Butterbean was plotting something else. Butterbean was in complete control of the distance from the start of the battle thanks to his superior reach and great strength. Siciliano avoided several of Butterbean's early attacks,
Strong body shot. Siciliano's just holding on for dear life.
showcasing his defensive skills. Butterbean, however, never wavered in her dogged determination to win. Butterbean's ability to discover weaknesses in Siciliano's defense was more evident with each match. Then, seizing the chance, Butterbean unleashed a crushing overhand right that connected squarely with Siciliano's jaw. The punch was so powerful that it could be heard across the arena. Before collapsing to the canvas, Siciliano's eyes glazed over and his body went lifeless.
Left hook, in all honesty, didn't look that hard. I mean, it caught him, but didn't look that hard to me.
When the spectators saw how precisely and powerfully Butterbean's punch landed, they exploded in shock. Butterbean was able to take advantage of his weak spot and finish the battle with remarkable force, as evidenced by the fact that he won by knockout.
Judging by, when you think about him taking.
The victory proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that Butterbean is a world-class knockout artist. His unrivaled power, along with his knack for timing his blows,
Missed by the ref. And
I don't see this fight getting out of this round.
made him an unstoppable force in the ring. Butterbean versus Genki Sudo. Butterbean tried his hand at MMA and was met by the unpredictable and skillful Genki Sudo. Among his many talents, Sudo's ground game stood out for being very inventive and flamboyant. Butterbean's boxing skills versus Sudo's wide array of abilities was a topic of much speculation. At the outset of the bout, Butterbean showed off his speed and agility by swiftly closing the distance and foiling Sudo's attempts to use his signature evasive footwork. Despite Sudo's best efforts, Butterbean remained standing thanks to his incredible strength. Butterbean saw his chance and pounced on Sudo, surprising him with a devastating overhand right. Sudo's jaw took the brunt of the blow, and he went sprawling to the floor. Butterbean's capacity to flourish in several forms of combat sports was on exhibit, and it was impressive to see how quickly he'd adapted and how hard he could punch. Butterbean's reputation as a formidable opponent in the combat sports community was bolstered by his recent knockout victory against a highly competent mixed martial artist.
Well, it's wild now, folks, and there goes Doug North!
Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to never miss out on any of our